important subject: proactiveness and reactiveness. Scriptures tell us in Proverbs chapter 22, verse 3, that a prudent man foresees evil and hides himself, but the simple pass on and are punished. Each and every one of us have been given a mission and a responsibility, a calling. We are expected to make it happen. We are not called to sit back and complain or blame others. We call to sit back and become solution providers to the challenges we face. We cannot do this by sitting and complaining as is currently the norm. Proactive behavior is what is needed, and it is needed because that is what can make things change. This means that we must become anticipatory. This means that we must become change-oriented. This means that we must develop that self-initiated behavior in situations, not only reacting to them. As a people, we become so reactive, and sometimes this as a result of what I call emotional poverty. That lack of self-belief, because one is, and ease is the biggest threat to progress. We sit and ask why Africa is poor without also asking the question, what can I do to contribute, to retool my skills so that I can be able to provide and turn challenges into opportunities? When we sit and complain, that is not proactiveness. The concept of African time, for example, is one of the problems. This relaxed and leisurely attitude towards time, in contrast to what is supposed to be, is unacceptable. The proof is in workplace absenteeism that we see. The proof is in late reporting for work, late reporting for events and meetings, long lunch hours or long breaks, even sleeping in meetings. That's terrible. Lack of motivation and playing the blame game and addiction to easy things are part of the problems that we see today. Laziness is a state of mind, and such a mindset must be changed to drive proactiveness. In scriptures, 1 Peter chapter 4 verse 10, as each has received the gift, we must use the gift to serve one another. Being proactive is all in the mind. It is also about our careers. We have to be proactive in our jobs, regardless of which kind of job that we do. It doesn't really matter. We must be able to act proactively, provide solutions to challenges, and do not wait to be told or asked to do something. It's about providing solutions and not waiting to be told or asked. You must push yourself beyond your limit. And what it takes to be proactive, I sum this up in 5 points. 1, being proactive means being responsible. If you are not responsible, if you cannot take responsibility, take initiative. Because highly proactive people do not blame circumstances. They do not play the blame game. They recognize that they must be able to turn a challenge into an opportunity. And that takes me to the second point, which is that proactive people make decisions based on values. The real values are selflessness, not selfishness, collectivism, not individualism, kindness, not jealousy and hatred. And the third, proactive people act, they take action. Reactive people wait to be acted upon. They complain. They see every challenge through the problem's lens. That's terrible. Take initiative. Proactive people, they do act. And the fourth, proactive people focus and find solutions on what they can control. Reactive people focus on problems and keep digging into problems. They talk about problems. They share problems. That is unacceptable. Talking about problems will not bring solutions. They keep complaining. They focus on problems. And they're always anxious and not trustworthy. And they're driven by emotion and fear and resentment most of the time. But proactive people find solutions instead. They see challenges as disguised opportunities. That's what proactive people do. They don't complain. They look for alternative ways to solve challenges, not complaining, oh, it's not raining, what am I going to do? But when it rains, they do not even harvest the water. And the last one is that proactive people work on becoming. They work on becoming, whereas reactive people focus on having. They'll complain, oh, I don't have a degree, oh, I don't have a business, oh, I don't have a car. It's always about having, it's always about having. But they forget to know that they must be able to work beyond limits Because if you empower yourself with complaints, it will take control and become the center part of your life. So become proactive and not reactive. Be a proactive person. It's possible. It's all in the mind.